Welcome back to Oracles by MJ. I am MJ. To the generation it concerns, I'm sure you will understand. Something I've been eager to talk about, determined to get it off my chest as it remains prevalent to me. In life, the desire we have to want more out of our lives can be biological, extrinsically or intrinsically motivated. In my opinion, the ambition that seems to be among individuals in much of Western society has increased. Of course, this is with reason. When times were, let me just say, different and racism was a thing, well, still is, but understand me. Sitcoms like Give Me a Break aired from 1981 to 1987, or The Odd Couple aired from 1982 to 1983, and even The Jeffersons aired in 1975, only exemplifies goals have always existed. Ambition is not a foreign trait. These desires, traits, and courage to overcome obstacles date back prior to any sitcom mentioned. Wanting more out of life does not only pertain to the entertainment industry, aka Rosa Parks, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., W.E.B. Du Bois, etc. But that's a different topic for a different video. Despite the times, many Black Americans remain determined to make something of themselves, whether for our people/culture or our families. Somewhere along the path, the narrative has changed. The agenda is different, and protocols have become basic. As my grandmother told me, back in my day, 40s, 50s, the thing was to get a steady job to secure the family, 401ks and pensions, state and government jobs. As those jobs became available to my people, it was the way to succeed for many Black Americans. Ironically, some of these same jobs were the same opportunities that caused injury, ultimately to be placed on disability and out of work again. Fact check. I'm going to read the end of this federal fair employment law for African Americans in the 1940s and 1950s. As it states, by war's end, Blacks made up 8% of the defense industry's workforce, and the number of Blacks who worked for the federal government tripled. Blinded, so much so, it's as if some of our parents and grandparents forgot about their own personal dreams, goals, and aspirations, or just placed and left on the back burner. The fact that we all have them, a talent, a gift, something we can do and may be better than so many at it, comfortably kept some at the USPS, social services like the welfare office, and janitorial work within hospitals, schools, etc. Keep in mind the conditions of these settings environmentally and socially. New York City. This same comfort also killed the cat. I think it's curiosity killed the cat, but comfortability can kill him too. If we didn't have assistance during our early developmental stages of life during the formation of our cognitive schemas, how will we ever know our strengths if we're exhausted from working the standard job, full time, 5 days a week at the least? Where's the time for self-care? The time to reflect and think. COVID-19 hit and many realized their lives relied on a job that could care less about them, no matter the detriment. Well, this leads me to the children of baby boomers, 1965 to 1980. The millennials, 1981 to 1996, as well as the Generation Zers, 1997 and 2012. Therefore, to be confused and question why are we so eager to obtain wealth is only blasphemous. It's also insulting, because why would you expect the same thing of you from me? Results from research, studies, observation, or ongoing techniques to obtain stats and important information about the world and the people around us. This can assist us in adjusting ourselves. I call this self-improvement, self-development, or even simple assistance. It can also hinder us by being ignorant of the information we have access to and not accessing it. This may include several factors such as laziness, ignorance, and also laziness. Shifting to more optimistic individuals, we take heed and notice something isn't right. Something wasn't and still isn't working. Why are they there and I'm here? What did they do differently? Why do I feel guilty about working so hard to set my family up for success? Why does it start with me? Why does it all fall on my shoulders? Why do I almost feel bad for saying no?
Don't care.
Don't. Why can't I spend quality time with my family as I please? Why can't I just pay for my aunt to keep her arm? Buy the medication to keep my father alive? Buy my brother a set of needed teeth? Why am I dealing with the struggles of adversity? And why do I have to save an entire annual pay to purchase a home only affordable to be in that home? Ergo, the environment is still unhealthy and causes a repeated cycle of adverse effects. Where does that make sense? I used to wonder why I wasn't a Huxtable or even a damn Hilton. Damn it. So many whys. Because the mind frame was different back then. I do not make excuses for anyone who knows better, nor do I make excuses for any adult. You should have did better. You should have tried harder. You should have never settled. The most damaging events can either make you go harder or keep you in the same place because you have no desire, no push, or a clue of what to do. It basically boils down to family is everything. Reasons even the wealthiest people spend as much time with theirs. Life is short, and we don't get much time to do the right thing and also reap from it. Reasons why the right foundation from birth is vital. If many of us remain focused on the future alongside the instant gratification of weekly and bi-weekly checks, maybe we will have more time to spend with our families. Maybe we would have had more income, if any, when COVID hit. I did the best with what I knew back then. Has gotten old and qualifies as a subtle excuse. With parents leading by example, if millennials and Generation Zers were set up for success with the right foundation, morals, values, healthy codes of conduct, and maybe some culture, there possibly would have been one goal alongside a few others: generational wealth. Now that it's prominent, it's our time to either be like the examples we grew to interpret or set a new standard. If things were different, I can just stop studying to obtain my doctorates, pause my businesses, and tell the man that allows me to be a stay-at-home mom while he goes to get it in a time like this to fend for himself when he gets home, or the time I need for my sanity for my little 2-year-old lady to just go to a party, to hang out, to chill, to pick up the 50 million phone calls from the same relative per day, to gossip, to watch reels all day, to stay in poverty, to stay the same, to be a product of my environment, to remain in adversity? I don't think so. I cannot make it everywhere, nor do I try to. I do not have the time. And I wish things could be different to spend time with the people who matter most and comfortably. But I have things to do and a few things to accomplish. For around the time I'm imaging Cicely Tyson as she played Aunt Myrtle on Tyler Perry's Family Reunion, God willing, to live long enough to watch the work I've done grow in human form before my eyes, I'm working on something forever and always. I'm sure you understand. You must. Thank you for contributing to my grit. I mean, it is part of biology.